guys, my name is Debbie and welcome to my channel where I love to share tips on how to save time and money. If you're new here, don't forget to click subscribe and the bell so that you can be notified every time I post a new video. Today, I'd like to share with you my 9 tips on how to stay organized for back to school, because I know that we all need less stress in the morning and it's essential to get the kids out the door to school on time and for you to either work or wherever you're going on time as well. My husband and I, we have 3 kids. Our oldest daughter is 14, our son is 13, and the little one just turned 5. So we know how crazy mornings can be, and these tips really help us get them out the door and stay calm every morning. Now let's get started. Tip number 1 is to make the kids snacks and lunches the night before. Well, we actually take it a step further and we make the sandwiches on Sunday for the entire week. Now, Monday's sandwiches we put in the containers and along with their snacks in the fridge. But Tuesdays through Friday sandwiches, we actually freeze them, because that way the night before all we have to do is pull them out and we only had to take time just one day out of the week to make all the sandwiches. In order to keep lunch even more organized, I went to Bed Bath & Beyond and I picked up 2 sets of containers for each child, and each child has a different color assigned to them. So for my daughter, the little one, I picked up these snap and lock containers. Now this one is, let me show you how it works, is for her sandwiches, and it's that simple, and the lid doesn't get lost, which is great. I also picked them up, the same exact container, but it's for snacks. And as you can see, it has 2 little sections here for snacks as well. Now, we're not lucky enough to have a mudroom, and I've seen so many on YouTube and Pinterest, and they can be so pretty and organized. And if you have one of them, I'm totally jealous. But we don't. So we bought this piece of furniture that actually is multi-purpose for us. So tip number 2 is to have a backpack station. And tip number 3 is to have a designated place for everyone's shoes. So this is the piece of furniture that we got. Let me show you. So we purchased this piece of furniture and I love it. And what we did is we designated this bench right here for their backpacks. So as soon as they come home from school, they take their backpacks and they go to the dining room table and they do their homework. And as soon as they're done and put everything away, the backpacks go right back there on the bench. So in the morning, they can take it and just get out the door. Another thing we did was on the bottom is we took out the doors that came with this piece of furniture, and I went and bought this mat, the shoe mat from Home Depot. I think we spent less than $20 on it, and it makes cleanup so much easier because we just take the mat out when it's time to clean up and we shake it out the door, give it a nice wipe, put it right back. And it's a great place for shoes, whether the shoes are wet because it's raining or snow, or if they're dry. So keeping shoes here actually avoids the where's my shoe scuffle when we're trying to get out the door and someone can't find them. So keeping organized in the morning by using this system really helps us out. An extra tip that I have for you is if you have a little one that is really difficult in the morning, whether they're dragging their feet or they're just really tired, what I like to do is I keep a comb here and I comb my little one's hair while she's eating breakfast or getting her shoes on, and I even have her barrettes on the bottom here to make things even easier. And I know it sounds a little strange, but it actually cuts about 10 to 15 minutes of my morning by just keeping this handy by the door. Tip number 4 also has to do with staying organized. Now, not only do we have the backpacks and the shoes, but I also have a place right here for my keys so I never forget them. And if you come this way, I have the coat closet for their winter coats, and this bench right here has 3 baskets, one for their gloves, one for their hats, and one for their scarves. That way in the wintertime, it's grab your stuff and go. Tip number 5 is to make breakfast ahead of time. What I like to do is usually on a Monday, I'll make some pancakes, but instead of making enough for everyone to eat, I'll make a double batch. and I'll put it in a glass container with some parchment paper in between each pancake. And that way, whenever during the week they want to have pancakes, they're easy to take out and they won't stick together. And I just put it in the microwave for a few seconds and they are like new. Other days, of course, they'll have cereal and that they can just eat that same morning. But what I like to do also is I'll make some egg cups, and I usually make them with cheese, and I'll sneak in a little bit of vegetable for me. And I'll put some of them in the fridge and the rest of them I'll put in the freezer, because you know there's going to be one of those mornings where we oversleep and we're running late. So instead of them having to force feed themselves some cold cereal, they can just go in the freezer, take one of my egg cups, put it in the microwave, and they have a hot breakfast, which fills them up more for the day. Tip number 6 is something that's actually new to me, because my older two never went through this, but my little one is starting to become a little fashionista diva. So she wants to wear a certain outfit that morning, and it's a 20-minute meltdown. I want this skirt, I want this dress, those shorts, they're yucky, she says. She's cute, but oh my goodness. So what I've started to do is have her pick her outfit the night before, and then this way in the morning we avoid that 20-minute meltdown and it makes things go a little bit quicker. So if you have a picky dresser, try having them pick out their outfits the night before. Trust me, it'll save you some time. Tip number 7 has to do with keeping their homework supplies ready at hand. So what I do is at the end of every school year, I empty out their backpacks, and any notebooks that haven't been completely used become scrap paper for this school year. Any pencils, pens, scissors, glue, tape, anything else goes into these bins. And this way, in this school year, they have all the supplies that they need. Plus, of course, I purchase a few more just so that they are completely ready for school. And when it's time for homework, we don't have to be worrying about where's a pencil, where's a pen, have you seen the glue sticks? Yes, I have, because they're all right here. Let me show you. Now, this piece of furniture I got from, I believe, Bed Bath & Beyond for a little bit under $100, and it has helped us out so much throughout the year. Now, this basket here, I have all of their school supplies except for crayons, and the crayons are right up here for my little one. And this way, whenever they have any homework to do, my little one just takes out the whole thing and puts it on the table so she has all her crayons, and the older two can go through here, get what they need, get their homework done at the table, and when they're done, they know they have to come back here and put things away. And of course, I monitor to make sure nothing gets misplaced, because the next day you know they're going to need it again. Now, I'm sure that many of you have heard of a command center, but in case you haven't, you can look it up on Pinterest or on other YouTube videos. But what it really is someone that dedicates a pretty big space in a room in their home. Most of the time it's the kitchen, where they have a calendar and trays for each child to put their papers in, and a whole board dedicated to meal planning and things like that. And they are really pretty, they can be really elegant, but honestly that's not my style, because I had it in my old home and we entertain a lot. We have a lot of family and friends that come over, whether it's the kids' friends or ours, and I don't want everyone staring at that. When I had it in my old home, I was like, oh, I wish I didn't do that. So now that we're in this home, I was like, I'm definitely going to do things a little bit more discreetly. So whether you live in a small apartment, or you don't want to dedicate a big space to this, or you want to be more discreet like I am, let me show you what I did. So all I got was a box, and I put it in the corner of my kitchen. And anytime that the kids have any kind of papers, whether it's for me to fill out, or any kind of calendar dates or project assignments, or any kind of bills for any sports activities, I always have them put it in the bin, or I put it in the bin if I go through their papers with them. And then this way, when they're sleeping, I can go through the whole thing, and anything that needs a calendar date, I'll take care of. I'll put it on the family calendar. Anything that needs to get paid, I make sure to write out a check, and I leave it in their backpacks so they don't forget to bring it to school. And this way, whenever we have people coming over, all I have to do is remove this box, and my kitchen is nice and pretty, and I don't have anything really cluttering it up. And my last and final tip is, to me, the most important, which is tip number 9, to have a family calendar. Now, I didn't get something that was really big and like bright colored or anything like that. I actually picked up one from Amazon, and I feel like it goes with the decor of the kitchen. Let me show you what I did. So this is our family calendar, and as you can see, everyone has a different color, so any kind of event, I can look at it quickly and know if it's one of the kids, if it's my husband, if it's me. And we have everything on here: family events, we have doctor's appointments, we're gonna have sports on there real soon, practices, games, and things like that. And what I really like is that it has a corkboard section on the bottom where I can pin my weekly meal plan so that the whole family can see what we're gonna be eating every day. And what's really important about this calendar and helping us save money is that depending on where we are every day is the kind of meals I'm gonna make. If we're on the road, I'm gonna wanna have things on hand that I can make quickly. If we're gonna be home, then I can make a longer cooking meal, something that has more vegetables, something that'll take a little bit more time to make. So I really use this calendar in order to come up with my weekly meal plan. And if you haven't seen that video, I'll link it in the card above and in the description box down below. If you have any tips on how to stay organized for back to school that you'd like to share, please leave them in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear from you. Well, I hope you liked this video and found it helpful. If you did, please click the like button, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe and click on that bell. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.